Hi, it's Martin and welcome to another video on my Knit365 YouTube channel. Today's video is just a bit of a check-in. It is currently 6:30 on Sunday the 17th of August and we've had a bit of a lazy day. I've got a few things to catch you up on. There's been a little bit of spinning. There's been a lot of knitting, but not a lot of progress on those socks. Kind of got an idea for a jumper. I don't know if you follow over on Instagram and know about the heavy metal rock challenge, which I'll fill you in on. And just a bit of a check-in to say hi, really. So, hi. If you are new here, thank you so much for giving me a little bit of your time today. And if you are a returning viewer, of course, welcome. It is lovely to have you back here with me here on my little corner of YouTube. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell if you want, so you never miss out on a notification of when I've got a new video. It's free for you to join, but it helps me to grow my community of wonderful Knit365ers. So this will probably be a shorter video than usual because I've just got a few little things to catch you up on. Just check in and say hello, really. That's basically what the plan is. So yeah, how have you all been? It's been a bit of a crazy week here. This week was our first, was it our first? No, it was our second full week back in work since being away for 3.5 weeks. I'm still not sure I've caught up properly. I'm still not in a routine at all. Struggling to get up in the mornings. It's not jet lag, it's just 3.5 weeks of no routine. Now there's no routine. So still trying to get to grips with that. So work has been a little bit busy and a little bit crazy, but mostly fun. It's mostly been okay. Went for a run this morning. Ate a lot in America. Ate a lot before I went to America. So yeah, now I weirdly, when it kind of gets to autumn time, I'm happy to like get back into my healthy eating and my exercise. So yeah, went for a run this morning, Mark and I. We don't run together. You obviously know Mark, very different build to me. He's like a whippet. So he did a 5K this morning in like 30 minutes and I did it in 40 minutes. Which is fine. We go off together, then I kind of see him around the bay. I went right, he went left, and then he was on the other side of the water at one point, like Speedy Gonzales. So yeah, it's been a bit of a exercise day, bit of a lazy day. I've been doing some spinning. So for those of you that have been here for a while, I'm a new and enthusiastic spinner. And I started spinning in January. I think I got some fluff on my eye. Started spinning in January. I had an e-spinner for Christmas. And I signed up for Gemma of the Little Grey Girl. Gemma's monthly colour club. So it's called the All About Colour 2025 Club. And you can get full skeins. I think you can get mini skeins. But there's a fibre option. So every month I get a braid of fibre. Let me show you the June one. So you get a semi-solid and you get a variegated. So they're 50 gram braids each. And my idea is that I have the monthly club, I spin that up, and then I make 3 swatches with what I produce. And by the end of the year, I will have a hand-spun, hand-knit blanket, which will be a real, like, pride moment for me as a new spinner. So while we were away on holiday, I was 3 spins behind. I had spun them, but I hadn't knit them. So one of the projects I took on holiday with me was was 3 skeins of yarn that I had made. And I made my squares. So I did my... I did my 9 squares while I was away. I've got 12 in my head. Great, I was up to date, but I knew I wasn't really up to date because I had fibre to spin when I got back. So the May club, that's how far behind I am. So this is the May club. So that's the semi-solid. this lovely, it's more aubergine it looks a bit more plum or claret on camera. It's a little bit more purpley in real life. And then this is the variegated. So today I've spun up, or this afternoon I've spun up that. I had a run, I also had a nap. On Sundays we nap, I had a little nap. So since I've been awake, I've spun up the variegated and I'm gonna spin up the semi-solid once we've had some food. But I'm then still quite far behind. So I've also then got the June Club, which is the one I just showed you off. This really cool looking Tutti Frutti sweets. Do you remember those? Very Tutti Frutti, it's giving me vibes. So that is the June Club. And then I've got the July Club, which is this amazing yellow. And then this really cute blues, purples. I sent Gemma a photograph earlier and she went, "You need to hurry up because I'm dying Augusts." I always knew I was going to get behind because I'm me. And whenever I do a year-long project, and I try not to do year-long projects because I get behind and I'm behind. But also what Gemma does is at various points throughout the year, she does a mystery gem. So you get like a mystery club. So I did the Easter club and I that was what I've already spun up. But I also did Gemma's summer club. So I have another bat of fibre. So this was the summer mystery gem. Really lovely colours. So the mystery gems are 100 grams of the same. So I'll just break this in half and I'll just do it as a 2-ply. I had the Easter club and then there will also be, I'm guessing, a Halloween one and a Christmas one. So by the end of the year, I will have 16. If I was doing them all in one go, I would have had 16 skeins of yarn that will make me at least 3 squares from each one. So it's going to be like the best hand spun blanket. I'm really excited for this project, but I am a little bit behind. And I'm now not sure whether to go production, because I'm very formulaic, and do all the spinning and then all the knitting, or whether I go month by month. And should I now do this one, ply it together, and then knit these 3, and then go on to the next one? I feel like, though, that might be, right, answers below. Come on, folks, you know me and what I'm like. Should I just do all the spinning? I think that's where my preference is going, because when I then finish work, if I'm a little bit sleepy or I come home from band late, I can just cast on a square because they're all spun. But am I better off doing it process by process? So I'll do May. And then when I finish May, I'll then do June. And I'll do spinning knitting. That's what I should have done back in January. But now I'm behind. I feel like I need to switch them around. Especially she's dying August. I wonder if I can catch up with the spinning. Then I can spin them month by month. Then I'm just behind with the knitting. The other thing I did have a thought of when I was chatting to Gemma earlier, we were voice noting. I'm getting 3 squares from each skein. But some of them I have leftover balls. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to wind that into a big magic ball at some point, and then that'll be the border for the blanket. And I'll just go around the border and I'll do like a crochet border. I crochet right-handed. I'll do a crochet border around the edge, just some trebles or something maybe, using the leftover yarn. I think that might be my plan. But yes, please let me know. So by the time you watch this video on Monday, I will hopefully have finished this and have plied it together. So that one will be off on the niddy noddy, and then have a little wash, and then we'll be good to go. So let me know, what am I doing? Am I then going to start knitting that one, or am I going to go on to June? Please let me know. I'd love your input. So that's my spinning, and I'm a little bit behind with that. I've obviously got loads and loads of knitting projects to make. We'll talk about that in 2 weeks' time. It's nearly the end of August. Like, how is that a thing? and I'll do my roundup, and then we'll declare the whips and we'll do a bit of an update. One thing I really want to get finished are my stargazy socks. So this was the test knit for Anton of the Raw Wool Company. I took these on holiday with me. So if you watch my Florida blog, thank you for watching. I made these socks while I was away. I made one and a bit socks by the time I came back. I've now finished the second sock. However, I've got 2 toes that need grafting. Why have I not done them? I don't know. I have no words. And it's on a postcard. Because that literally is like 20 stitches. So to graft that is going to take me, 90 seconds? I quite like a bit of grafting. Knit off purl, purl off knit, knit off purl, purl off knit. It's very rhythmic. I could do that this evening, actually. Then they can have a little wash and a block. Might do that. But I want to finish these because then I can have these as a finished object for August. So they are slowed. The other project that I've been working on, which I don't have to hand, is the West Knits Mystery Knit Along socks. So well guessed, those of you, when I said I'm doing a mystery project and I can't talk to you about it, you guessed rightly. I was test knitting the mystery socks. Yeah, I love it. And this isn't a spoiler now because this was in week 1's clue, which has already been released, but there was a little brioche section, and I'll show those off in my month-end review, my month-end wrap-up. There was a brioche section and I messed a bit of my brioche up, and I was like, it's fine, you've got this. Drop the stitch, crochet hook, fix my brioche. I think it's in the car, which is why, because I live in a flat, it's just one big room, but I think they're in the car because, I don't know why they're in the car. My bag's in the car and I think they're in my bag because I'm doing the second, I didn't finish the second sock. For the test, you only needed to knit 1, but I didn't finish the second one. So, yeah, but I'll show you that in my monthly roundup. I won't show you the error because I fixed it. Very proud of myself for fixing brioche. But I've been working on those. So we might have that as another finished object for August. Yeah. There's probably a load of other things that I really should be working on. I need to have, now I'm back from holiday, I really need to have like a bit of a stop and a stock check. I've done another spin since I've been back, and that's going to be another separate video where I had two bats of fibre, or 2 braids of fibre. They were by James Makes Things, and I've done one as a 2-ply and one as a fractal spin. One's for me and one's for my good friend Charlotte. She's not a spinner, she loves bright colours. So we saw James's fibre and I was like, right, let's get 2 and I'll spin them and then we'll have one each. But I've done different techniques and there is a difference. Spoiler. So you'll see that that'll be a September video. But I finished that spin since I've been back from holiday as well. Yeah. So the other thing I wanted to talk about, I don't think I've talked about this on YouTube yet. If you follow me over on Instagram, you'll know last weekend I had the best time meeting up with some yarny friends in that there London, and it was just the best afternoon. Mark, my other half, was there, and Carl, Kitey's husband, he was there. So it was Kitey, Adam from Cleveley Knits, Simon from Veteran Knitter, and Holger, Simon's friend. We just sat in an afternoon, sat there in a pub for an afternoon and just did a bit of knitting, and it was wonderful. And there's been loads of funny videos that came off the back of it. Adam was working on a bit of my sock because he doesn't like double pointed needles. He likes magic loop. So I was like, no, DPNs, they're the best. So I gave it to him. And then with a double pointed needle, you work along the front needle, but he picked it and went to the back needle. So he ended up knitting backwards and had to undo what he did. And it was very funny. And there was a thing on Instagram. Go and watch it. I'll put the link below if you don't know what I'm talking about. But one of the things we did discuss was having a community project for the 5 of us knitters. So we all had to think of a colour palette and we all had to think of a theme. And then it was names in a hat. So whoever's name came out, that was the theme that we were doing. And then whoever's name came out, that was the colour palette we were doing. I don't know everybody's, or if I did know everybody's choices, I can't remember what they are. My dad asked me that last night. He was here. He's like, well, what did you? I was like, I don't know. I can't remember. I'm not sure we discussed it openly after the event. So I think we were all too traumatized by. So the one that was picked out was Kitey got picked out for the theme, and we're doing heavy metal because I am a rock star. Oh, that could be the thumbnail. And then it was Holger's colour palette. So we've got cream, green, black, and red. And grey. Mark, is it 4 colours or 5? I'll pop it on screen. Definitely black, grey, cream, red, green, I think. I'll pop them on screen. You'll see now. So that's the colour palette that we're going with, and we've got Kitey's heavy metal theme. My colour palette was Grello, greys and yellows, obviously, because I love greys and yellows. And I really wanted to knit something with greys and yellows, but I wasn't chosen. Random names from a hat. And then my theme was Wizard of Oz. Of course it would have been. I don't know what I would have made as a Wizard of Oz inspired greys and yellows. That would be part of the challenge. So we've all gone away now, we've all researched and all decided what we're going to be making. So we are going to be doing something heavy metal with that colour palette. And I didn't have I felt really creative immediately. I was talking to Mark about it the following day. He was like, oh, but we could do this, we could do that. And there's like all the ideas. And then it was like, oh my God. And I just got overwhelmed and I couldn't settle on a final idea until now. So I've drawn a little picture. I'm no artist. Please follow me for my knitting content. Don't follow me for my art and drawing skills. But if I show you what I'm going to do. Heavy metal vibes. So I am going to do an all black jumper. I know. And for those of you who have been here for a while, know my niece asked for an all black jumper and I told her no. I'm not knitting in black. Kind of haven't got a choice now. I feel like the jumper's got to be black to get the rock and roll vibes. I am going to do it in Aran wool though, so it'll be a quick knit, hopefully. Because again, right, you're all going to turn around to me and go, when are you going to make this jumper? I know. And I got caught up and out with the boys and yeah, let's make a jumper. And then the following day I was like, when am I going to make this jumper? So I'm going to need to dedicate a little bit of time, I think, every week, like 4 hours on a Saturday morning. I get up earlier and I just knit the jumper. I'm doing Aran yarn though, so it's a bonus. But I'm going to go with a simple round neck sweater. And I think I'm going to go for the Tin Can Knits flax sweater pattern because it's just a raglan pattern and it fits me well. I've made one before. And I will do plain sleeves, so I won't do the garter ridge panel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop stitches in random places. So I'll just drop a stitch off the needle, let it ladder down, and then I'll secure it. So I'm going to go for an all over black sweater with lots of laddering to kind of give it a rock effect. I think I've settled on this, but again, comments below if you think of something else that I could do to make it even more rocky. And then that'll be the same at the front. Now, I'm then going to go for some iconography. So I feel like skulls and the hand are kind of rockish. So what I'm then thinking of doing is I'm going to crochet. I'm going to work out how I do it, but I'm going to crochet a massive skull. And then on the back of the sweater, I know that looks like the Scream Edward Munch. But on the back of the sweater then, I'm going to have this massive skull. So I need to work out the size and the proportions, but basically I'll have the front of my sweater And then I'll have this massive skull on the back. And I think that's going to look Rocky vibes. So yeah, that's my rough idea. And then top secret. So then I'm going to do something else. And my good friend Reese, Glasgow Yarn, Reese knows what the plan is because I was talking to him and I was talking to Mark about what my other idea could be. So I feel like the front probably needs a something. And I don't want to say because I feel like when we meet back up, so the plan is I think we've got to like November, December time to finish this sweater. By the time we meet up, we'll all have our finished items. The plan is that we will meet up when we're all finished, but I think like November, December time. When I walk into the bar, obviously we're all going to have our jumpers on, and then mine will have a bit of impact if people don't know what the top secret bit is. Feel free to guess. I'm not going to confirm. It'll be wonderful to see if anyone can guess. It's very random. Reese knows about it, as I said. So Reese, yeah. If I can pull it off, it's just going to be the most bonkers thing ever. I think I'm going to use West Yorkshire Spinners Colour Lab, have an Aran weight of yarn. So I'm going to use that. So commercial yarn, place the order. I'm going to get going on the knitting. So I think that's the plan. So I'm really excited, and it's a little bit wacky, and it's really lovely to have this kind of group of friends that I talked about it on my written blog, on my Substack last week. We're all kind of creating content, and we're all like having our space of Instagram or YouTube, and there was no competition. It was 100% supportive. Have you talked about this idea? What, have you tried that? Oh, did you hear about, like, there was so many great conversations happening about how we uplift each other. And we've done some collaboration reels already to share our content with other people's followers and things. And it was just a wonderful afternoon to be involved in that kind of knit group. We sat there, we knitted, we made some mistakes and had to undo some of our knitting. It wasn't just me that had to do some frogging. So yeah, it was just a wonderful way to spend an afternoon. And then to be included was amazing, and to then be part of this wacky idea. Yeah. And if I get it finished, maybe I'll wear the jumper to a yarn show next year. You won't miss me when you see it. So yeah, that was really fun. So I need to get going on that one. And then the other thing I was going to mention is a bit of a wacky plan for September. So for those of you that have been here for a year or so, the Martyn Bears down there, there'll be more videos and content about this. But the Martyn Bears, that is a Toft pattern. Shall I get Martyn? This is a Toft pattern, and this is Martyn, the Tibetan blue bear. And I was really, really lucky to have my own Toft pattern created. And he came into the wild last year. It's his anniversary on the August bank holiday weekend. And one of the things I'm going to do during September is I'm going to make another Martyn Bear. But I'm going to make a giant Martyn Bear. And I'm going to try and hold chunky yarn double. No idea what hook size I'm going to need to get. I need to try and work out roughly what size. I need to order some hooks because I'm thinking it's going to be like a 15 or a 16 mil hook. But we're going to make a 14 foot. No, it won't be 14 foot. 4 foot maybe? I have no idea. And I'm going to try and raise some money for a wildlife trust down in Kent who actually rescue and rehome bears from around the world. So Martyn is a Tibetan blue bear, and it is a distant cousin of the brown bear. And in the sanctuary in Kent, they have brown bears. So there's also going to need to be lots of social media about, can I come and meet the bears, please? And I take the giant Martyn Bear to go and meet an actual bear. That would be amazing. But it's not about that. It's about raising money for the sanctuary. And I think using this as a good opportunity to celebrate the 1 year anniversary of the Martyn Bear pattern by making another Martyn Bear. So that's going to come in September. How do I get on with a giant? I'll start with the legs. I feel like they're the easiest. And the wonderful people at Stylecraft are sponsoring the initiative, the campaign. They have donated the yarn, which is wonderfully generous of them. And I said, there'll be more information about the crazy Martyn Bear. If you all folks want to get it, join in. If you've got Martyn in your stash that you've not yet made, now may be a good time to dust off the pattern and join in with making the Martyn Bear. But yeah, it's about raising awareness and some money if we can, for the Wildlife Trust down in Kent for these cute little bears, because they've been mistreated around the world and they deserve to live out their days in happiness. So we're going to be doing that. So that's also coming in September, as well as everything else I need to do. Mark's jumper, yeah, I know, because he's a golfer now, so he needs his golf jumper. And getting ready for Mystery Knit Along, Knitters Christmas, woo! October, Vlogtober, so much coming. It's exciting. I'm very excited. As you can tell, we've not even had a drink yet. Mark said, should we have a glass of wine? Oh, not yet, it's a bit early. I might have one after this. So yeah, that was me. I'm just a very quick check-in video with you, because I wanted to say hi. A few things to update you on then. Yeah. Thank you to those of you as well that were able to watch the video from Friday and have commented about the Knit 365 memberships that's come in, and potentially me becoming a designer. And I'm not going to show off this apart from there. That's a swatch. It's an actual swatch for the pattern. I know. So the memberships will go live on Friday, and then the first memberships video will be the following Monday, the 25th, I think is the Monday. So no normal channel video next week. The next week's video will be the members only video, about my dipping my foot into the designing process. So I'll be back on the main channel in 2 weeks' time with my August roundup. There's going to be a load of stuff to share with you, and then hopefully we'll start doing some crochet on a giant Martyn. But let me know in the comments, what have you been up to these last few weeks? How are you coping in the UK if you have been with the heat? It's not been too bad. I feel like I did 3.5 weeks in Florida. The sun here has been fine. I've done some spinning this afternoon while it's been lovely hot sunshine. Just regular breaks. But let me know how you've been getting on. Have you been crafting? I know people's crafting plans change through the summer, and some people don't do as much crafting. So let me know what you've been up to. Let me know what I should do with all my spins. Would really appreciate some community advice. That would be wonderful. So yeah, I'll be back in 2 weeks' time with another video when we'll wrap up August and look forward to September, October, November, December. Best time of the year. Love it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that you are all well. I hope that you have a wonderful week. And until we speak again, happy crafting.